Welcome to AI in 10. I'm Chuck Getchell, and every day I break down the biggest AI story in just 10 minutes. What it is, why it matters, and how you can actually use it. Picture this, you walk into a pharmacy in 2027 to pick up a prescription. The drug you're getting wasn't designed by a team of chemists in lab coats. It was designed by artificial intelligence. And it might work better than anything humans could have created. That's not science fiction anymore. Major pharmaceutical companies just announced they're betting billions of dollars on AI to discover your next medication. And the first AI-designed drugs are already being tested in human patients right now. Let me break down what's actually happening here. For decades, creating a new drug has been like finding a needle in a haystack the size of Montana. Scientists would test millions of chemical compounds one by one, hoping to stumble onto something that might help sick people. This process typically takes 15 years and costs several billion dollars. Most attempts fail completely. AI changes everything about this equation. Instead of testing millions of compounds manually, artificial intelligence can analyze vast databases of molecular information. It can predict which compounds will work in months instead of years. Think of it like having a crystal ball that can see into the future of chemistry. Here's where it gets real. Eli Lilly just announced a partnership with NVIDIA worth up to $1 billion over 5 years. They're building what they call a co-innovation lab. This isn't a small pilot project. This is a massive bet on AI becoming the foundation of drug discovery. Pfizer is installing more than 1,200 graphics processing units in their data centers. That's like giving their scientists a supercomputer that never sleeps. They're deploying AI across every department, from drug discovery to legal to manufacturing to marketing, which is basically admitting that AI is about to touch every aspect of how they operate. But here's the part that should make you sit up and pay attention. These aren't just lab experiments anymore. Bristol Myers Squibb is using AI to develop cancer treatments called CAR T-cell therapies. These are cutting-edge immunotherapies that essentially reprogram your immune system to fight cancer. Even more significant, a company called Takeda just reported that an AI-designed molecule called zasatinib successfully advanced in clinical trials. Let me repeat that. An artificial intelligence designed a drug, and that drug is now being tested in actual human patients, and it's working well enough to move to the next phase of testing. This is like watching the Wright brothers' first flight. We're witnessing the moment AI stops being theoretical and starts becoming part of the medicine cabinet in your bathroom. Now, here's why this matters to your daily life. If you or someone you love has ever waited for a new treatment to become available, this changes the timeline completely. Diseases that currently have no cure might have treatments available within 5 to 7 years instead of 15 to 20 years. Cancer patients who run out of conventional options might have access to new immunotherapies faster than ever before. People with rare diseases here who traditionally wait decades for pharmaceutical companies to invest in research might see treatments in their lifetime. But let's talk about something more immediate. Your job, if you work in any field related to pharmaceuticals, chemistry, research, or even adjacent industries, this wave is coming for your profession, not to eliminate it, but to completely transform how you work. Traditional drug screening jobs are about to become AI-augmented roles. The chemist who used to manually test compounds will now oversee AI systems that can test thousands of compounds simultaneously. It's like going from using a magnifying glass to using the Hubble telescope. Here's what you can actually do with this information starting today. If you or someone in your family has a medical condition that hasn't responded well to current treatments, you need to know about clinicaltrials.gov. This is where all human drug trials are registered. Go to that website right now and search for trials involving companies like Bristol Myers Squibb, Takeda, Eli Lilly, or Pfizer. Look for studies that mention AI-designed drugs or novel molecular entities. These trials are actively enrolling patients as of right now. Many people don't realize that clinical trials often provide access to cutting-edge treatments years before they become widely available. If traditional treatments aren't working, participating in a trial for an AI-designed drug could be a game changer. Here's another practical step. Start following the investor relations pages of major pharmaceutical companies. I know that sounds boring, but these companies announce new drug candidates entering trials on their earnings calls and press releases. You'll get early notice of breakthrough treatments before they hit mainstream news. If you're taking any newly approved medications, and you can find this information easily by checking FDA approval dates online, research whether they were discovered using AI methods. This transparency is growing rapidly. And understanding your medication's development history can help you make more informed healthcare decisions. Now let's talk about career preparation. If you work in pharmaceutical research, on chemistry, or related fields, this is your wake-up call. The companies making billion-dollar AI investments aren't planning to replace human scientists. They're planning to amplify human capabilities exponentially. But that means your job description is about to change dramatically. Start developing skills in data analysis, computational biology, or AI oversight roles. These hybrid positions where human expertise guides AI capabilities are going to be in massive demand. Think of yourself as becoming a conductor of an AI orchestra instead of a solo performer. The music will be more complex and beautiful, but you need to learn how to conduct. Even if you don't work directly in pharmaceuticals, this trend affects every industry. The pattern we're seeing, where AI moves from experimental to operational, is happening everywhere. Companies are past the innovation lab stage and are now deploying AI at scale in highly regulated industries. Here's what I think happens next. Once AI-designed drugs demonstrate consistent clinical success over the next 2 to 3 years, pharmaceutical development timelines will compress dramatically. We might see the first AI-designed drug approved by the FDA by 2027 or 2028. That approval will be a watershed moment. It will validate the entire approach and accelerate adoption across the industry. Drug companies that haven't invested in AI will suddenly find themselves years behind their competitors. But here's the part that really matters to you. This speed increase will fundamentally reshape how patients access new treatments. The current drug pricing model is built on 10 to 15-year development timelines and 20-year patent protections. If development time drops to 5 to 7 years, the entire economic model changes. Your medications could become more affordable. Not because companies become more generous, but because the economics of drug development completely shift. There's also a human element we can't ignore. As AI takes over drug design, the regulatory community will face tough questions about explainability. Can companies explain why their AI selected a particular molecule as a drug candidate? This will become a major debate in pharmaceutical regulation. The winners in this transition will be the companies and professionals who figure out how to combine AI capabilities with human oversight and accountability, which is tech speak for we need humans who can work with AI, not be replaced by it. What we're witnessing right now is the moment artificial intelligence stops being a futuristic concept and starts being embedded in life-saving medicine. The drugs that might treat you or your family members 5 years from now are being designed by AI systems today. That's not just technological progress, that's hope accelerated by algorithms. That's today's AI in 10. If you want to go deeper and learn AI with a community of people just like you, join us at aihammock.com. I'll see you tomorrow, my friends.